Hey boys, welcome back to some more online action here, and it's gonna be ourselves playing with the Penrith Panthers up against Matt the Brat playing as South Sydney Rabbitohs, and the streak is alive. It's still continuing. Last game, I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I've actually made one of these videos, but I think last game it was against the Super League team, and he was lagging a fair bit. We obviously won fairly comfortably. He did eventually leave the game. It wasn't like he might have rage quit, but it was still, he couldn't really play with the lag. But we did win pretty comfortably. So yeah, it's game six in a row to start our online career. It feels pretty good. Like I said, I've been enjoying the online quite a bit, but from word go here, looks like old mate is lagging quite a bit as well. Our connection's smooth as, honestly. Like, even when these guys are lagging, it'd be interesting to see what their viewpoint of these games are, because when they play, do they see, I'm assuming they don't see me lagging, but I'm assuming they sort of, it's hard for them to control their player. I'm not exactly sure how it would all work, but I mean, we're smooth. But yeah, this guy, he's all over the shop, and honestly, these type of games we should probably win, but at the same time, it's fairly hard to actually defend someone like this, because you don't really know where the hell they're going half the time. Is kicked downfield by Burgess of all people, George I think it was, and Mansell is going to take the first weak hit up there as Dylan Edwards takes the ball here, and Dylan Edwards, he's straight through. Burgess makes the last ditch effort. Greg Inglis is coming quickly, but we're going to get there with the young gun Dylan Edwards scoring a length of the field effort right there. Obviously, just he was finding it a little hard to control the players, and we just a little bit of swerving here and there, but that's how the game is. I mean, we're gonna do our best to win. In these type of games, like I said in the previous one, if this guy leaves, I'm not gonna have any problem with it, honestly. If the game is really laggy, I might occasionally, well, I haven't yet, but if it's really laggy, I would probably just leave straight away. But I stuck this game out for a bit, and I think he does play all the way through to the end, I think, anyway. Or maybe he quits right at the end. I'm actually not too sure, but regardless, it's a good start for us. It's a very good start. So I mean, the streak looks like it's gonna roll on here. But 12 minutes gone. Who's this? Cartwright takes the ball straight away, and he's got his wingers back. Now, I saw someone comment on a video that it might be a glitch in the game, that if you put them back, then they don't come up until you actually what's it called, change the tactic. But obviously this guy must have put his wingers back at some point, and I don't know, I've seen a few people do it online, so I don't know if it is as hectic. I'm not too sure, in all honesty. But it's not a good one, regardless. If people think it's a good tag, I guess the thought process is that Aaron Gray here could not be touched. We can't get him. He's gonna score. Old mate's gonna score a try here. Fairly frustrating right there. Peter Wallace actually picked the ball up. I thought we were gonna get to play on. I thought the game sort of freaked out for a second there, and we were gonna just run away with it. But he scores. We just couldn't touch him. He just and that's what I was talking about. This game, I was honestly thinking at this point, I'm like, damn, I should have left at the very start of this game, because I was finding it fairly difficult to actually tackle him, just sort of teleporting all over the shop. But I because I stayed for our first try, I'm like, I can't quit now. I can't quit after he just scores a try. So we're obviously going to stick the game out and hopefully come away with the win. But yeah, the wingers back, I don't know. I don't know if people do think it's a good tactic, but it's not. It's not a good tactic at all. It just leaves so much space for you to move. I guess the view process is that it's fairly, you can make line breaks fairly easily in this game. That's a bit laggy once again there, but you can make line breaks fairly comfortably in this game. So if you have your wingers back, there's less chance that you're actually going to be able to like streak away and actually score the try. There's going to be like a lot more players in cover, but it just leaves too much room open. As right here, he just took the ball too long to kick away, really, and we're going to get the 0 tackle inside his half here. So good chance to actually hit back straight away in this contest. 30 minutes into it, the 6-0 scoreline. We haven't really been able to control the possession as of yet. It's sort of been pretty even at the moment as we try the inside play. It usually works a treat, but this time Rugby Farrow of all people makes a nice tackle. Maybe it was Jason Clark actually. We spread it out to Wonga Blake, the danger man on our right side. But yeah, playing, didn't even really mention it, but we are playing obviously as the Panthers. This is Matt Moylan, who's very good in this game. He's gonna step around one, shrug off the cover defense, and score a nice try. You know, Matt Moylan, he's good in the game. Just 1 or 2 off the ruck. He steps around. Who was that? Adam Reynolds. Jason Clark gets fended off. But yeah, playing his Panthers, and they're a pretty darn strong team in this game, I gotta say. Their halves really good, like Cleary, Moylan rated very well. Good backline players, and forward pack is very strong. Like a lot of their forwards are rated well, and that's honestly one of the biggest keys in this game to doing well is having a strong forward pack. And you know, if you played the game, you probably already know that teams that don't have, you know, a few like really standout forwards, they just don't do as well. And that's where I'm struggling a bit with my Warriors career mode. We just don't really have that real firepower in the middle. As Wonga Blake again, he's got as you see, his wingers are back. Just too much room to move. In all honesty, he's spread out to Tamo again. Just the gaps up the middle. Obviously, he's having a bit of a tough time actually making the tackles. But just before the halftime break here, good chance to actually further extend the lead. We're going to try our inside play once again. It's a little bit skew-if right there. Just, sort of players just ran onto it when I didn't really want them to. But it's going to be last tackle. Last tackle, we actually go it out to the left here, and somehow he's going to get the ball. I don't know how it happened, but George Burgess, thankfully it was George Burgess. I thought it was Aaron Gray for a second. I thought he ran out of play there, but it's going to be play on, and that is going to be the halftime break. So I mean, honestly, by this point, I was sort of hoping that he would just leave the game. But as you see, once again, 5 out of 5 completions. We've been perfect with our completions. I think a couple of games now we've had like, you know, a couple of errors, but most of our matches we've actually had like 100% completions for the game. So that's really good. If you have that high completion rate, you're gonna win. You're gonna win a lot of your games, if not most of them, just because at the moment the people playing online, they struggle with that aspect, like completing the sets and just playing a little bit smarter, a little bit safer, in all honesty. But we start the second half off strong again. We do this sweet play to Dylan Edwards, takes a tackle right there. But a good chance to actually put in an attacking kick, or maybe even go for a cheeky shot at field goal just to extend the lead to 7. As we spread it out to clear here, we actually do go for the field goal, and it's hit the crossbar. Almost nailed it. I actually wanted the pass to go to Matt Moylan on the right, but it went to Cleary, and then and then poor old mate here just I don't know what happened here. The pass just went straight over the dead ball line. His players were running everywhere like headless chooks. He's having a tough time with the connection. You know, I mean, there's nothing we can do. Like I said, if people have this sort of lag, I have no problems if they leave the game. I don't know. I'm sure people sort of feel like if they start the game, they don't want to quit. They don't want to seem like they're quitting. Is a good ball there to Cartwright, but he was tackled. Players didn't really seem to be on him, but the tackle was made as Wallace. You know, we were lagging a little bit as well. Sometimes out of like dummy half, it wouldn't really register as Latu there off the bench takes the hit up as we're going to set up again for our inside play. Just the one we love to do. Just a little too close to try line that time. When you're really close, it's hard to actually get going. But James Tarmo is going to just barge his way over for a try right here. Just sort of ices the game. There's definitely no way he's going to get back into this match. You know, one of those tries, it's, you know, I don't really go for tries like that, but when you're so close to the try line, there's actually not much you can do because the defense rushes up so quickly. So you take the tackle and you're obviously going to press forward on the, you know, trying to get that extra meters, and a lot of times you're just going to fall over the try line. So, you know, that's sort of how it goes down. So we got that 18-6 lead at the moment. Still a little bit of time left in this game. I mean, by the end of this, I'll sort of be like, you know what, we're just trying to try to put some points on this guy. What's you know, it's not much point in not. We might as well play. We'll play. Just try to get some you know, some stuff happening, some plays going on as once again this inside ball Cartwright to Dylan Edwards. This time he reads it pretty well. Good defense by the AI. He wasn't really controlling him, but the AI did a good job of that try line tackle. As again, we're kind of set up for it. It's such a nice play. I just like doing it. And this time it's going to be Dylan Edwards. Does take it, but Greg Inglis, bit better than Dylan Edwards. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes the chip kick does sort of like go backwards like that. So we put in a little grubber with Cartwright, and he's going to score a try. Oh boy. And this is where he does quit. He does, you know, that was a bit of a rage quit. I feel like that guy was going to stick it out to the end, but that try, that would have pissed me off as well, because I put the chip kick and for some reason it went backwards. Cartwright picked it up, put it in a little grubber, and he just scored. He just went through and scored. His players were just going all over the shop, and we got the win. You know, no hard feelings. He obviously was lagging a lot, but he wouldn't have been happy with that last try for sure. But we're gonna have a look at the leaderboards, and I think when I showed this last game, it hadn't updated our previous win, but it did update when I reloaded the game. But for this win, it didn't update. So when I do reload the game, I'm pretty sure it will count this as a win. So we'll get the 6 wins, 0 losses. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. I'll see you guys in the next one.